Hello. Today we're going to learn how to take measurements with a stage micrometer. Now, normally when you do measurements, you will have in the ocular, the eyepiece of your microscope, there will be a little scale like a ruler that's engraved on that. And you will calibrate that against the slide on the stage. Our microscopes don't have an ocular micrometer. We only have a stage micrometer, which is on a little slide here. So the measurements we get will just be approximate. They won't be very accurate, but they will give us a rough idea of how big things are on the slide. So to do this, the first thing we're going to do is put the slide on the stage and turn on our microscope. The on switch is on the bottom here on the side, and we're going to put the slide on the stage. Now, if we look in the microscope under low power, what we will see is to look at a slide, you always want to use the coarse focus knob to raise the stage as high as it will go. And if we look at the image, we can see that it's very out of focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the stage using the coarse focus knob, and you can see that the image is coming into view. So I'm going to continue to focus it using the coarse focus. And you see that there's a stage there, a scale. Now I'm going to try to move it using the stage adjustment knobs. And I'm going to turn it so that the edge of that scale lines up with the edge of my field of view as closely as possible. So there we go. Now you can see from looking in the microscope that it takes up approximately 3/4 of the field of view. So that means that 3/4 of our field of view is 2 millimeters. By doing math, we can figure out how much the whole field of view is. And that will be one of your exercises. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to the next higher lens, the 10x lens. If we look in our image, we see that the scale is still there, but it's a little bit out of focus. So I'm going to use the fine focus to get it into focus here. And I'm going to try to align it so that the left edge, the 0 mark, is on the left edge of my screen. Or as close to it as possible. And there we go. Whoop. Let's go back a little bit. All right. Now we can see, if we look at the scale, that approximately 1.3 millimeters takes up the entire field of view. So if we had an object that took up approximately half of the field of view at this magnification, we could say that it would be half of 1.3 millimeters. Now we will go ahead and go to the next scale magnification, the 40x lens. we see the scale, very magnified. I'm going to bring it in with the fine focus. And I'm going to attempt to align it so that our 0 is on the left-hand side. There we go. Now we can see that we have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and about a third. So the entire field of view is 0.33 millimeters. So if we had something that would take up half of the field of view, that would be half of 0.33 millimeters. You can also see the tenths of the millimeter lines over there on the left. Now to go to the oil immersion lens, we have to have immersion oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the lenses so that nothing is in place, and I'm going to take a drop of this immersion oil and put it directly on the slide where the light shines through, like this. And now I can go ahead and swing my oil immersion lens into place, and we'll see what that looks like. Here you can see the line very out of focus, so I'm going to use my fine focus to attempt to bring that in. And I'm going to slide the stage so that my 0 mark is on the left side. Very touchy at these high magnifications. That's probably as close as we're going to get it. I have pictures of all of these in your online D2L shell, so you can use those images to do the calculations. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the microscope, remove the slide from the stage, and use a chem wipe to clean the oil off of the lens and the slide. And that's how you take measurements using a stage micrometer. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.